all, it's PJ and welcome to the preview for the March Serger Club. This month we're going to be working with a couple of different techniques and there's a couple of different projects. So the first one is reusable paper towels. So these are made out of Huck toweling. And if you're not familiar with Huck toweling, it's a fabric that has been around for years. It's actually used for Swedish embroidery. You may more commonly know it from olden times, if you will, when there were cloth towels in restrooms that were on the roll. This is what that fabric is. So it's very, very sturdy, very strong, 100% cotton, so it's really absorbent. And I think it's the perfect fabric to use for the reusable paper towels. So these basically are fabric towels now. It's just Huck toweling. So you can see here, I've got my towels rolled onto an empty paper towel roll, and they come off really easily. Just roll them off. I found if you just barely lap them at the edge when you're rolling them together, they'll come off just fine. No need for snaps. The fabric will kind of cling to itself and the roll will stay intact. So when kind of doing some research for this project, this was how most of the reusable towels are done, with flannel on one side and then cotton or something else on the other side. When thinking about it, first of all, I don't want fuzz on my sandwich, but that's just me. And you can easily do it this way if you want to line your towels. The Huck toweling, I'm just going to pull one of these guys out. So I did a couple of different sizes and I'll have all the measurements for you. This is kind of the half sheet size. And I've used decorative thread around the edge. So with the serger, this is the perfect project for this. And one layer of Huck toweling is more than what one layer of paper towel would be. So to me, there's not a lot of need to back this with anything, because just the one layer is more than sturdy, more than strong. I have used these as tea towels for years and they wash up beautifully. There is a bit of shrinkage, and we'll talk about that more when we get to the lesson. But mainly, techniques this month, we're going to do near seamless stop and starts, how to turn perfect corners, and working with different threads. This one is also clean starts and clean stops. This is really obvious because I've got different threads in my top and bottom, but you can see here, those are really nice and clean. These are just using up some of the scraps, and I'll explain all the different sizes that you can cut. So we'll be talking about threads this month as well. So here are just some of the threads that I used for this. 12 weights are excellent. This is actually, the half sheet size. I used the sulky 12 weight just in the upper looper, but you could do it in the lower looper as well. And then the second part of the project, using the same Huck toweling, we're going to do Serger crochet. Serger crochet is a technique that's been around for ages, and it's to make this fun little ruffled edge. This one was using the 12 weight thread, which is this thread. And this is a rayon, so it's kind of shiny. I'm not sure that you can see that on the camera, but it is kind of shiny. And then this little sample is a heavier weight thread, which is this, which is the razzle. And you can see I did two different colors, so I get a striped effect here. I'll kind of stack these up like this. So this is a variegated. Let me pull the wrapper off of here so you can see it a little easier. So this is a variegated, and then this was just the two different colors. And then this one, this is not really a serger thread at all. This is using the Aunt Lydia's number 10 crochet thread, and this is 100% cotton, but you can see it's much heavier. But for this project, I think it makes the perfect edge. It's just very fun for that kind of old-fashioned look. And again, this is done with the Huck toweling. And we'll talk about how to do, easy way to do loops, to add loops into your projects. Someplace I have a corner loop. So here's a corner loop. Really easy to do. And here's a couple more examples. You can do the serger crochet in the round. And this was 30 weight thread, so it's much finer because the thread just isn't quite as heavy. And then this is a fun little sample with variegated. This was just a pre-printed panel that I put the edge on. And this again this is the 12 weight. You just go round and round. Okay, let's get started.